An assload of scurvy-ridden pirates are revealed in our review of One Piece, episode 633.
Hey you guys, I'm here in this One Piece review again this week. Some of you said that you really enjoyed hearing my opinion, so I just wanted to jump back in. This is also just me trying to get in more videos alongside Corey, and I can't be in any Naruto manga reviews for like the next 2 weeks, so I had to just put in my time somewhere. So let's get to this One Piece episode. So Corey, this One Piece episode had like 3 or 4 main things going on. One, it focused on Sanji doing his same old stick with, you know, the women and the hearts and the... To me, that joke is old. I don't mean to focus on it too much.
Oh, no, it's beating a horse to death. All I can really say is it's just like last week's episode. Violet and Sanji running around town. Sanji, hands. You want to get laid... Next scene. Fuck it. That's really all I have to say about it. It's really what dragged this whole episode down the most. Like, it was just the big anchor of suck for this week's episode, and it didn't do it any justice. But it started to pick up a little bit more in the second half when they started to introduce a million freaking characters at once in this big tournament arc that's getting ready to start.
There were a ton of new characters added in. Well, with the tournament arc... It can't just be good on the final battle. You know, it has there has to be a ton of new characters. But before we get too into that, there was like the Frankie thing. I just want to get past the little things. There was the Frankie thing with the toy soldier. We saw the toy soldier was talking about a character named Rebecca.
She's in the tournament.
Yeah, obviously he was saying something like, oh man, she's in the tournament. And he seemed down about that. And then Frankie came over and they had kind of a funny interrogation scene. This arc is full of interrogation scenes for some reason. It's goofy though in a One Piece way. And then, was there anything else besides the tournament stuff? I think that was about it. And then they jumped into the tournament stuff?
Really, there was another big scene. It was Luffy getting all geared up and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because when he walked into this room, it was like... It kind of reminded me of the scene from the original Dragon Ball anime series, and pretty much any anime that has like a tournament arc, when the rookies walk into the room, and they see all these just like big, stupid, intimidating looking characters who, you know, are not going to be that powerful because, let's face it, one... They don't have a distinctive character design, and 2, they're not shrouded in black and have white eyes showing, so you know they're not important. But it's a great way, of course, to you know, show that, you know, Luffy is here to kick ass, but he's not Luffy, he's Lucy. Because Frankie told him to change his name, and it was really funny that scene where he actually started to write his name. He's like, Frankie's like, dude, change your name, man. He's like, all right, Luffy, and he just immediately smacks him right in the head. That was just, again, just a very funny scene. Probably my favorite funny scene from the week, but all the people they introduced this week.
Well, a ton.
It was, you know, usually when I watch these episodes, occasionally I'll take notes because I want to remember some of the character names, and I started doing that this week. But after we got done with the Funk Brothers, I said, fuck it. They're the only ones I remember, fucking the Funk Brothers, because I think they were the first one who walked in. It was Bobby, and Kelly, Funk Kelly, and they were the only ones I remember because, I don't know, they focused on them a little bit more. There was a expositional Dr. Eggman looking guy, this big guy with a massive mustache, who was conveniently no neck at all, but he's like the, you know, him and that one other guy from the Don Quixote family, the one dude who has like the massive face and looks like Bruce Valanche.
I don't even understand that reference.
They're very similar looking, like, in the way they're going to fight. I can't wait to see what they're capable of. But if there's one thing the One Piece universe has taught us is, as goofy and ridiculous and even as amorphous as some characters may look, don't underestimate them, because they might end up whipping your ass. And I can't wait to see what a lot of these guys are capable of. A lot of them were shrouded, like, in shadow, and they don't want to focus on them.
Like, there was a female character.
There was this one guy called Bartholomew, who was, like, he had, like, these, like, sharp-looking teeth.
Yeah.
And he was completely, like, shrouded and everything, but it was really cool. And even at the end of the episode, after Luffy got suited up in his badass gladiator armor, they decided to introduce one more character. I don't know what they're doing with this dude. He's... let's face it, he's fruity as hell.
He's very homoerotic.
He is the noble pirate Cavendish.
The noble butt pirate.
And you know, he's pretty much like any other like character you've like seen in these type of series. He actually reminds me of the character Shiapoo from Hunter x Hunter right now. You know what I mean when you see that. But I don't really see him evolving beyond just being sort of a goofy side character. I don't know. He wants the Mara Mara no fruit. And obviously, Luffy's not going to let that asshole take it. You know, I don't even think this guy has, like, devil fruit powers or any powers aside from being a sparkly little bitch.
Making the bitches faint.
Exactly.
Making the bitches faint, fruit.
In any case,
sorry.
the episode was kind of average, though. The animation was definitely so-so this week. Like, there were a lot of scenes I was like...
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss. Like, the scene where Luffy, like, walks into the room and there's, like, all these guys... There's one dude who's animated punching a bag, and everybody else is like still. And the next line of dialogue is Luffy saying, "Wow, this room is full of excitement." So those didn't really match for me. But the fact that they introduced all of those characters towards the end is really what sort of saved this episode for me. And that's why I'm gonna give this one a 7. Just all the Sanji shit, fuck it, and all that other stuff. Just they could have sped it up a little.
You know, to me, the Sanji joke is just done. I just don't care anymore. But I do think it is interesting in the sense that the girl that Sanji's chasing, what's her name again?
Violet.
Violet is actually interacting with Sanji and not just like completely freaked out by him. So that's
But she's gonna fucking use him, man.
Yeah, she's using him. She's using him.
She doesn't give a shit about Sanji.
She's using him. It's pretty obvious. But the one reoccurring joke that I do still like is the Luffy, you know, being super excited about everything, and when he walked into the gear room and he's like, "Oh, I get to use all this," and you know, like that joke is still really funny to me. He even wanted the statues. He's like, "I'll just take all this. This is all great." You know, those jokes are still good, but this is kind of a setup episode.
Oh, definitely it was a setup episode, especially because even though they introduced a ton of new characters, half of them really had no formal introduction. And most of them were shrouded in shadow. None of them
did anything.
Exactly.
You know?
Except for maybe expositional Dr. Eggman and the fucking Funk Brothers. Boom, 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 boom. Bobby Funk, Kelly Funk, boom, 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 boom. Fucking weak episode.
Not that great.
But you should still check it out if you're following the series. It was still pretty entertaining. If you were going to give it a score, what would you give it?
I still say 7 out of 10 is right where it needs to be. It's going to lead up to some awesome stuff because I do read the manga. I glance at it. I'm not like a super One Piece reader, but I know that there's some awesome stuff coming. And Corey, you don't read the manga, but
no, this is all new
setup.
to me.
Good setup episode.
Even though it was new to me, it was still kind of slow. But still, follow the series. Check it out if you want to see some new faces to get you amped up for the big tournament arc that is getting ready to begin. So check it out, guys.
Okay, so if you guys enjoy our videos, make sure and give us a big thumbs up. It's the best way to help our channel and this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. So until next time, you guys, Super Kami Guru 9000